This is probably one of the top builds in type right now, maybe even the best one out there right now, because Scythe is so broken, and so is Speed, and so is Duality. And you throw them all together, you get a broken build. Duality has low CDs, really nice moves, they're almost frame 1 in most of them. You got some hyper armor moves in there as well to mix up. Scythe has a stupid crit range, and there's some crazy techs I'll go into later. And then also, Speed, just all these moves are so broken. Even after the nerfs, the rework made it, like, absurdly broken. Unseen has, like, hyper armor at the end of it, and there's still some pretty crazy combos you can do on Speed, like Skyscraper into Swift Slashes, Skyscraper into Floating Strikes, and, like, there's just so many mix-ups you can do, and even if they do end up parrying, your moves are frame 1 on Duality, so you can just end up punishing them off that anyways. Like, they parry, I go into my X move immediately, or if I'm on the black version, I'll just do straight into the Z move, which is the kick, which is really fast, comes out of guard breaks. There's just so much. Anyways, the build is pretty simple. We're obviously running Duality, and we're running 60 speed 5 Kendo with Black Claw and Earth Shatter. I currently don't have Earth Shatter equipped, but that's because I have Sanguinaire, which is the Green Another Day spec. So if you don't have Sanguinaire, just put Earth Shatter there and you're fine. For the essence, we're running Unseen Blade. For your weapon, you're going to want to run Scythe. Now that's because it has a stupid crit range, like you can go do a jump tech as well to make it go further. But also, like, the grab range, it's insane, and it also combo extends, depending on how you use it. And if you use it the way I'm going to show you, you can combo extend because it usually guard breaks, but because it's a multi-hit crit, it'll cancel the guard break by hitting them with the second part of the crit, but there's ways to avoid that. So the Scythe crit has 2 hits within it. The first one is the black one here that grabs them, and you can do funny stuff like this.
It is, but...
Okay, so that wasn't the real attack, but I thought it was pretty funny. But what you can do with the black crit is if you angle away or turn around, and then hit them with the very edge of the black crit, which is the one that guard breaks and then pulls them, it'll have them at a far enough distance where they won't get hit by the second proc of the crit, which is the white slash that also guard breaks. So if you prevent them from getting hit by the second one, and they'll get guard broken, you're able to combo extend because they're standing still instead of getting hit immediately afterwards with the second crit. I'll show a clip of it right now. And the second part of the crit here, which is the white slash shown here, is that you can utilize it by missing the black one on purpose and then hitting them with the white part, which guard breaks, so you can combo extend. So those 2 techs about learning how to use the first part of the crit and the second part of the crit is super important for making combos and combo extending. Of course, it can combo really well with Duality, so I'll show you some combos with that as well. So the common combos you want to do on the black Duality moves is the crit into the Z move, which is this instant, like, guard break kick that lands 99% of the time for most people, especially if they're higher ping. It's really hard to avoid. And then the second combo is the crit into the X move. This move doesn't guard break, but it does have hyper armor, and it messes up their parry timing, and also if they try to dodge, it'll mess up their timing as well, because, you know, the move lasts longer. So it's really good to alternate between those 2 combos to keep them guessing rather than predicting what move you're going to do, because if you get hit by the crit, you can immediately, like, try to parry, and you'll probably hit the Z move, because it's not a true combo, but if you keep spamming the instant Z combo, they'll get used to it, so mix it up. Another way you could use the Scythe with the black moves is by using your C move to cover for your crit and then wind it up while the C move is going towards them. There's not much they can do because the C move guard breaks and also applies a lot of pressure and has a pretty decent hit stun. So if they get hit by the C move, your crit's almost guaranteed to land, and then off that crit, you can of course combo extend using the ways I showed earlier before, or just by going into a speed move like a Skyscraper or Swift Slashes. So for the combos on white Duality, you want to do your crit tech, guard break them, and then go immediately into a Z move, which does a fair bit of damage, gets you up high in the air, and then you do a falling Fast Fang, and then a falling Skyscraper, and then off that you can combo extend. Like, for example, if you land Skyscraper, you can go straight into Swift Slashes, into Floating Strikes, and if you land Fast Fang, you can go straight off Fast Fang into, like, a Black Claw behind them. So if they end up blocking, they're going to miss, obviously, because they're facing one direction and you're behind them. The other important white combo is you do the crit into the X move, which comes out pretty fast, similar to the black Z, but this one doesn't guard break, and at the end of it, it throws them up into the air, so you can do some pretty cool combos. So you just do this, into that, and then it'll fling them up at the end of that if it lands, and then off that, because they're in the air, they're not able to do any moves, right? So you're able to do like a long wind-up move, like a dropping Fang, to try and aim behind them, so it'll go through their block if they try to block it. Or you could do like a Black Claw while they're falling, try to go behind them, of course, or do a flash fake out, so there's that. And the last combo is just the crit into the C move, which comes out pretty fast, and it'll land most of the time. It doesn't really combo extend too much, but you can just do that into like a flash fake up behind them, or like a flash cut, or like a Black Claw afterwards. So, yeah. So you can see there's a lot of combos you can do with Scythe and Duality. There's just a lot of variety in the combos you can do and the ways you can mix it up. And you don't even have to do the Scythe crit into a Duality move every time. Like, you can do the crit into a flash fake out to go behind them. So if they try to parry or like block, you teleport behind them with flash fake out. Or you can just go immediately into a Black Claw, flash cut, Fast Fang, Jumping Skyscraper, that's another attack you could do. Swift Slashes, of course. This one doesn't always land. It's got like a weird hitbox, but if you do crit them, like and they stay close enough, you'll hit them with Swift Slashes. But yeah, that's about it for the speed combos. The biggest takeaway for this build is to play unpredictable. You've got a lot of combo potential, and you can utilize your white and black moves in different ways. Usually with the white moves, I like to be a little more passive, so if I'm fighting someone who's like a runner, I don't want to have my black moves that are close range. So if like they do a long wind-up move trying to punish me for like an N lag, I go straight into my X move to hit them. Or if they do like a Flower Passage, I can quickly do my Z move to get in the air and do like a Fast Fang falling to punish them. And then you don't always have to switch your moves as well. Like, I have the white moves on right now. I don't always have to use the C move to switch to the black moves and reset my CDs. Like, I can play a little more passive, stay on white for a little bit. And then once they're a little lower, of course, when they can't really S key as much, you can go to the black moves. And then you start going for your crazy high damage combos, like the guard break on the Z move into a combo extend or whatever. So, there's that. Also, if I didn't say it already, the C move resets your CDs and your Z and X move. So, use that how you will.